It's officially that time of the year, the time where many of us start reminiscing the memories and new accomplishments we made for the past 12 months, or realize you've wasted another bloody year. But as we look back, let's come to appreciate the addition of 10 new songs from Keisugaban, upping the total number of singles to 27. Let's go! Now, as someone who has made a song's tier list from last year and has an insane obsession with Keisugaban, I think it's time to update this good old tier list and see how my music taste have evolved, thanks to exposure to popular songs from the Thick a Bit to the Swing to Me Beat Cosmos and to Dear Crackers. Who knows, maybe we'll even fix some of last year's controversial takes along the way. Time to plug in that Boss DS one as we're starting off with Distortion. Being the first ending we get to hear from the anime, it gives off a happy and cheerful vibe. Co-composed by Kanabun, known for their iconic silhouette opening for Naoto, it is very evident of their influence from the poppy chord progressions and simple rock riffs. Add in the addition of claps all throughout and genius key changes from the verses to the main choruses, and you find yourselves an extremely catchy song. Especially the chorus where you can't help but sing along to Distortion is motion. Personally, my favorite part of the song is the outro. The combination of the melody, lyrics, and backing vocals creates an angelic quality, making it feel as though Kita not only blinds your eyes but also deafens your ears with those soaring high notes. Since last time, I took the time to properly break down the lyrics of the songs, which you can find in my shorts. Distortion delves into the music creation process and serves as a homage to music composers everywhere. I find it particularly ingenious that a song about music itself features such a playful and highly creative composition. The lyrics can be interpreted from either Kita's or Bocchi's perspective, reflecting their journey in music. Of course, the title Distortion directly references a specific guitar effect, further cementing its identity as a song dedicated to musicians. Another thing different this year is the addition of the live versions officially released from Keisugaban's concert in Zep Haneda. The only noticeable difference, other than the crowd's big reactions, is that the backings can be heard more easily compared to the original recording. Last year, I gave this song an A tier, but over time, it has grown on me and is one of my favorite songs to play or sing in server karaoke's. So you know what? Let's drag it up to S tier. Love. The feeling everyone experiences in their lifetime. Whether it may be the love from your parents, the love between siblings, no Yuki, that's too far, between friends, or the butterflies in your tummy whenever you see your crush in person or in game. Love is truly beautiful. It brightens your world, adding vibrant colors to an otherwise unsaturated life, making every day feel happier than ever before. No, Bocchi! No, oh god, oh, she's dead. You know what? Let's write a song. I Can't Sing a Love Song opens with the head-banging and aggressive intro involving a guitar riff and heart-pounding kick drums. It sets a stage for a very intense song for a concept so foreign for a pink creature going through a youth complex. The vocals all throughout the song are of different energies, calm and collected in the verses, to increasing intensity in the pre-chorus, to literally screaming from the lungs out in the choruses. The powerful belty vocals from Ikumi Hasegawa really gives the impression of someone frustrated and confused over a certain feeling. The lyrics capture this sentiment perfectly, starting with the relatable daily habit, doom scrolling. Whether it's on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or mindlessly watching Zactive film shorts, we reluctantly admit to wasting a significant portion of our days scrolling aimlessly. From there, the focus shifts to Bocchi's experience with love songs. She finds herself puzzled by how a feeling she's never experienced, insert Bonichi over Kita, can evoke such strong reactions. This frustration sparks a mix of questioning and curiosity, ultimately leading her to give up on these songs altogether. In the end, she resolutely declares that she's incapable of writing or singing a love song. Before I reveal my ranking, I must add how fun and playful Keisugaban's composition really is, especially with their lead guitars. Bocchi at this point is just flexing all the possible riffs, scales, and licks she can pull off. This is worth noting as this is the main difference between the original recording and the live version. With that, I think the ranking of the song still remains. Congratulations to this underrated beast for staying at S tier. Well. It's time to talk about a colorful new addition to the Keisugaban portfolio. Get it? Cause it's me in the 3 primary colors. Okay, I'll stop. But this song, I must say, is a big departure for Keisugaban as it stands out from the rest of the songs and signals an evolution in the writing and composition. The overall vibe of this song is deeply emotional and sentimental. It opens with a strong backing vocal presence complemented by gentle arpeggios from the lead guitar, setting a poignant tone. In the verse, the prominent kick drum and a breakdown section create a compelling hook that draws the listener in. The pre-chorus sections are delightfully playful and charming, adding a light-hearted contrast. However, the true highlight of the song is the chorus, particularly Ikumi Hasegawa's outstanding performance. Her delivery is a masterclass in power, control, and emotional depth, making it the most impressive out of all of Kesugban's songs. Throughout the song, the full soundstage is utilized brilliantly, giving the instrumentation a rich and immersive quality. While the solo may seem simple, it complements the song perfectly, and the bridge showcases exceptional vocal strength paired with a stunning melody. The use of intensity and subtlety is particularly striking, creating dynamic shifts that enhance the emotional impact. Ultimately, this song is a tearjerker, evoking a profound sense of emotion while maintaining a calm and introspective atmosphere. This becomes even more meaningful when you delve into the lyrics. They reflect Bocchi's perspective and emotions when she's with her band. The song conveys themes of comparison and feeling like an outsider, a unique shade unlike the three primary colors. Yet, it is precisely because of these three colors that her once dull, monotonous life has transformed into something vibrant and full of meaning. In the end, she vows to cherish the memories she has shared and will continue to share with the rest of the band. She also dreams of standing by their side, creating colorful masterpieces together and sharing a journey of inspiration and growth. This song feels like a high school farewell anthem, evoking strong emotions similar to Tenshi ni Furetaro from K-On! You can truly sense Bocchi's joy and gratitude for her bandmates and the profound impact they have had on her life. As an artist myself, I deeply appreciate the references to art, painting, and even color theory woven into the lyrics. This song hits me right in the feels, and for something so moving and fresh, it unquestionably deserves an S ranking. This song seems perfect for those who enjoy stepping outside and touching grass. Hitoribocchi Tokyo, translated as All Alone in Tokyo, is one of the tracks not featured in anime. However, it was used in the promotional video for Bocchi the Rock before the show aired in 2022. The song kicks off immediately with vocals and guitars. Sharp listeners will notice Bocchi's signature guitar style, characterized by that distinctive tremolo picking. It begins with a relatively mild intro before transitioning into the main section, which establishes the song's mood and vibe. Personally, I can't help but imagine its potential for montages or travel vlogs. There's something about the chord progressions and melodies throughout that exudes a sense of adventure and nostalgia. The lyric supports this interpretation, delving deep into Bocchi's first experience navigating the bustling streets of Tokyo. Overwhelmed by the chaos and dense crowds, she is immersed in the confusion of the city. I believe the use of tremolo picking throughout the song symbolizes the dense crowds and evokes a sense of chaos and suffocation. Another theme explored in the song is Bocchi's connection with the mysterious individual. It seems she is trying to converse with them, sharing a mutual sense of loneliness. The lyrics also suggest that her journey into Tokyo represents her move away from the past and into the unknown. Yet, she feels a sense of unease and homesickness, feelings commonly experienced by those far from their loved ones. In the end, however, she pushes forward, believing that this unfamiliar territory is where she can truly shine and express herself. The live version stays true to the original, and the song overall is calm and straightforward. However, the guitar solo is definitely a standout moment for me. As someone who has recently gone through similar experiences, I find the song more relatable. Still, I believe other tracks surpass this one in both composition and lyric, so its ranking remains unchanged, A tier. And this is what I mean by a song that is top of the charts, literally in my Spotify Wrapped. Because even after a year, it is still my #1 song, both in its funky feel and peak admiration filled lyrics. I haven't made a video yet explaining why I love this song, but to keep it short and sweet, the slapping bass in the intros and outros is an instant win per basis, whether you're in Italy or all the way in the Philippines. The drums are incredibly technical, reinforcing that Ninjika is my idol. Honestly, I'd love to marry someone like her one day. The guitars on this track are ridiculously funky, especially with the use of chromatic chords and staccato strumming. And let's not forget the 2 official solos. But seriously, the vocals are top tier and the melodies are catchy from start to finish. The funkier speed also helps out in making it easier to sing along with. And you might want to sing along to this song, as the lyrics, which Red Joker masterfully breaks down in his acclaimed video, were written by the brilliant Ai Higuchi. The lyrics are intentionally vague and open to interpretation, allowing listeners to apply them in various contexts. However, the most popular interpretation centers around Kita's feelings towards Bocchi. Throughout the song, there are subtle hints of admiration, especially through references to time and space. The line, "If I could be a constellation," can even be interpreted as Kita asking Bocchi to build constellations together. It's also the quintessential Kita song, which I dive deeper into in my legendary Kita character analysis video, which you can check out here. In the previous video, I mentioned that I didn't think any future songs could top this one. A year later, I was proven right. It's still my favorite song, no matter what. And yo, they did the Barrel solo in the live version. Let's go! Surely the GOAT and still the top at S tier. Moving away from the skies above, don't worry, we'll come back here later on, we delve deep into the underworld, beneath the icy city of Billabong, where we meet Sila, Natasha, and talking trash cans? Wait, why are we on Star Whale? Anyway, I like to think of this new single as Distortion 2.0. First off, the catchy claps are back, instantly making it unforgettable. Beyond that, there are a lot of interesting and creative decisions in the composition of the song. From the very first verses, powerful high notes stand out, and don't even get me started on the pre-chorus. It's so unique and effectively builds anticipation for the listener. And once we enter the chorus, we are greeted on a first pass with tapping! Yes, tapping on the lead guitar. This is the first time tapping has ever been used in a Keisuke song. And wow, we definitely need more of this in the future. It sounds incredible, complementing the powerful presence of the vocals. In fact, I believe this song features the most variations of any Keisuke track to date. Each section and even the individual parts within each section introduces something new and different for the listener to discover or learn. To the musicians who have mastered the song, I have great respect for you. The lyrics might give us a hint as to why the composition is this way, as it talks about individuality and standing out. And this song definitely stands out from the usual Keisuke hit. Plus, the guitar is greatly mentioned, which could explain why the lead guitarist utilizes all possible guitar techniques known to man. The lyrics also tell of Bocchi finally out of the shadow realm. I mean out of the shadows, finally going into the light and expressing herself to the world. Like an indie artist finally making it big, and this song is anything but indie. So for me, this is the most creative Keisuke song thus far. It may start up as a casual ending, but boy does it surprise you midway and leaves you goosebumps in the end. Well done, team! Another S tier for you! Oh boy, here we go again. For those unfamiliar, I ranked that band or Anobando A tier, which a lot of people in the beautiful comment section down below disagree. So let's say my perception of the song has changed. Check out the live version! Oh shiz, they did it! And oh boy, they absolutely started the song with the greatest intro of any Keisuke song. Plus, if you guys have watched the magnum opus video of analyzing Nijika Ichichi, you will know for a fact that this solo has greater meaning to me, to the point that whenever you see the clip of this solo, I can't help but cry like Tomo from Girlsman Kai. Thank you so much, Mochi, for making Nijika's dreams come true. Legendary intro aside, as I have stated last year, the bass parts of this song is still the highlight with how groovy and technical it is, both from Kikuri's and Mio's version. I still can't rave enough about how catchy and emotional the lead guitar parts of this song are. The intense drumming, utilizing the entire set, combined with the melody of the chorus, creates a distinctly edgy, emo, and non-conformist vibe. And don't get me started on the solo. Oh man, both the bass and the guitar shine so brightly. From how I sound, I am at this point being a glazer for this song because the lyrics are so amazing. Months after the upload of the previous video, Red Joker broke down the lyrics of this banger, which then helped me months later in analyzing my second favorite character, Yo Yamada. Who knew there would be lore to glazing a song? But these lyrics may resonate with anyone in the creative industry, creatives themselves or those struggling to be true to themselves in a world that pressures everyone to conform. They speak to Ryo's internal battle of self-discovery, resisting the temptations of conformity, and ultimately embracing the freedom of not caring what others think, choosing to play the music that is uniquely hers. Ever since the Nijika analysis, the Ryo analysis, and especially hearing the intro in the live version, I can't help but cringe over the fact that I did not give this song the ranking it deserves. I know it's not that deep, but I do want to give a public apology and nullify my thoughts of this song from the previous video. Anobando, you deserve nothing less than S tier. You are mere seconds away from stepping onto the stage. Your breaths are heavy, your heart rate rising, a mix of excitement and anxiety. All the years of blood, sweat, and tears have led to this very moment, the performance of a lifetime. As you step into the spotlight and see the vast crowd, their cheers and waves directed at you and your band, you can't help but reflect on how this was once just a dream, and now it's a reality. Fortunately, I've created a video analyzing Into the Light, another song I consider one of my favorites. I absolutely love this track. It's flawless. The guitar riffs exude an optimistic and hopeful vibe, while the drums, especially in the verses and bridge, are both fun and technical. The bass, though subtle, supports the composition perfectly, serving its purpose as does the rhythm guitar. However, the real standout here is the vocals and melodies. Ikumi Hasegawa once again proves herself to be the perfect voice actress for Kita Kita and the lead vocalist for Keisuke. My favorite part part of the song has to be the pre-chorus and bridge, which have a rap-like quality that makes me think Rappa could join in on stage. And the way the song ends with the backing vocals uniting with Ikumi's voice truly solidifies it as an anthem, not just for the band, but for every fan of the Pink Creature story. Because the lyrics are from the perspective of Bocchi from a distant future. They are the most optimistic so far, full of hope and encouragement, a stark contrast to Bocchi's usual writing of relatable struggles and complexities against youth. She's not made for real! I still believe this is a major spoiler for what Bocchi could become by the end of the manga and hopefully in future seasons of the show. Beyond Bocchi overcoming her youth complex, another essential theme is Kesukuban. The song she wrote is a declaration to her bandmates, urging them to continue dreaming and striving together as one. She brilliantly crafted this song not just for her own dreams and aspirations, but for the entire band. This song was also co-composed with Sakanamon, and their version of this song is very similar but also has different elements. Still, it's a fantastic song, regardless of the version. I love how it embodies so much hope and aspiration to the point that it feels almost unrecognizable, so much so that it could be considered a Nijika song. But I'm glad it's still by Bocchi. It highlights just how much our lovable Pink Creature has grown over the years. Nothing has changed, so step on the stage into the light and claim your S tier status once again. Next up on the list is a song that definitely will be ranked in an unbiased manner. Oi, stop! Anyways, what is wrong with is the third ending from the anime sung by the literal angel from the clouds, Sayumin, who voiced the most peak and most real character, Nijika Ichichi. Okay, it's going to be biased. The song instantly kicks off with the vocals and instruments in the intersection with Nijika asking the audience what is wrong with living one's youth. Then the main intro begins with those iconic wah, wah, yeah, which till this day I consider peak for its catchiness and making you feel extremely giddy. In the entirety of the song, we get to hear how damn cute Nijika's voice is. What does she mean she can't sing? She needs to sing more. Sayumin Albert 1! Other than the fiery vocal performances, the song, co-composed with the Peggy's known for the banger intro for this trash anime. What do you mean there's a season 4 in production? Oh, please make it stop. End it all. And by far, this composition is widely regarded as one of the most complex, capable of driving any music theorist into a frenzy due to its unique use of scales and chords. It also stands as another rare slower track from Kesukuban, featuring intricate bass lines, tropical-inspired drum beats, and engaging guitar parts. The lyrics, which are further analyzed in Nijika's character breakdown, revolve around her views on life and her perspective on youth. She expresses her dreams and reveals a vulnerable, thoughtful side of herself, one she rarely shows, even to those closest to her. Overall, this allows the listener to gain a deeper understanding of our beloved Dorito, proving once and for all that she is more than just a Dorito chip turned into a human being. In the live version, it was a delight to hear the audience going along with the intro, but my favorite part has to be the outro where they looped it more times compared to the original and Sayumin letting out that "say no" at the very end, making it more grander and extremely cute. Ever since the Nijika video, this song means way more to me and I have grown to love the stellar composition of what may seem as a chill song. So it's time for an upgrade. Let's bring it up to S tier! Continuing on an unbiased ranking when it comes to Nijika songs.
This is technically a Bocchi song. The lyrics relate to her more despite the Nijika aesthetic.
Wait. Oh yeah, I remember now! Okay, you cannot argue against the fact that this intro is probably one of the catchiest and most iconic ones from Kesukuban. The heavy kick jumps, the straightforward bass line, and a guitar riff that is simple yet cannot get out of your head like burn this, burn this, burn this, go! Oops, wrong video. Aside from the intro, the melodies of the song are easy to follow and lift your spirits. Kudos to Zach for the fiery lyrics and melodies. And of course, who could forget? See what I did there? The iconic in the chorus. Additionally, the guitar solo remains one of the most impressive in the Kesukuban song, with its speed and masterful use of sweep picking. From the composition alone, you feel a sense of youth and nostalgia. The lyrics perfectly capture Bocchi's feelings about this stage of her life. She expresses frustration with her schoolwork, the uncertainties about her future, and the emotions she experiences in class. Additionally, she reflects on the superficial relationships that are common at this point in life, which some might argue persist through all stages of life. She expresses that the so-called springtime of youth is not for her. In her view, her youth is miserable and pales in comparison to that of her peers. Don't worry, Bocchi, my youth was also stolen. But at the end of the song, despite her cynicism towards this stage of life, she vows to cherish all the memories, whether mostly bad or not, and to never forget these moments. After all, life is truly unpredictable. One minute, you could be well and happy, and the next, you might find yourself in a hospital bed, clinging to dear life. Okay, sorry for the existential crisis. When compared to the original, the only noticeable variation was a fun addition during the solo section. This segment served to introduce the musicians performing at the concert. Each instrument, including the bass, had a chance to showcase a brief solo before the guitar solo began. It was a playful touch that allowed these incredible talents to be recognized, which is always a W. So with that, I have nothing left to say regarding this iconic song, and thus will be updating the ranking to SD. First up, the original key. It feels strangely stuck in the middle ground, not quite low enough to be impactful, not quite high enough to soar. Then there's the melody in the verses. It's a bit vanilla, safe, and predictable. Thankfully, the vocals save the day with their energy and passion. The instrumentals aren't bad. Classic rock vibes with some cool hi-hat work in the second verse. But even the bridge feels like a continuation of the same safe formula. I think injecting something a little different, a bit of spice, could have really elevated this track. So yeah, Secret Base is just alright. Okay, I have no idea what I was on, but damn, I'm legit cringing right now over what I said back then. So yeah, apologies for this statement, by the way. I still think that the composition behind this song is very safe and not that exciting, but I do like what some commenters from the previous video pointed out, that the composition was properly safe to depict the secret base Bocchi is referring to, where she's free from outside influences and pressures and where she can be herself all alone in a secret base. But this song has grown on me. I definitely disagree with what I blabbered about last year regarding the key of the song. The key works, and every instrument and vocals fitted nicely. There are also some parts that I like, such as harmonized backings during the chorus and the creative guitar parts, especially in the second verse. In the live version, there are subtle variations, such as the guitar opening the song with arpeggio riffs and the addition of the kick drum only at the first verse, which is a lovely touch. I also find that the song has a calming effect. If you feel bad or depressed losing your 50-50s, just play this song and I'm betting you'll be at peace. It's still no banger in my humble opinion, but I think you can place this guy at A tier now. It's time to shine the way we always did, like Bocchi exclaims when writing Shine as Usual. The first of the songs announced alongside the compilation movies, and I feel like they really went all out with the marketing for the song. Not only did they release a dedicated lyric video, which by the way they should do for all of their songs, but they even made it to the first take with this one. Beyond that, it's an emotional rollercoaster of a track. I love how it kicks off immediately with a powerful chorus, featuring vocals and guitars before the rest of the band joins in halfway through. They really get straight to the point. No frills. I don't know about you, but there's something about this song that makes me want to listen to it every day. It could be the fun drum rolls in the various sections, the distorted bass in the interlude, the emo-esque solo section with those aggressive tremolo picking of the lead guitar, the fast, intense, straightforward melodies, the amazing vocal effects used throughout, or how the fact the song ends with slap bass and a goosebump-inducing final line. Any of these factors could be a great song, but all of them combined, damn, it's so peak. The lyrics are also quite compelling. They primarily focus on self-image and how our perceptions of ourselves can be shattered when confronted with reality. Bocchi initially believes she is a superstar who would be admired if people got to know her in person. However, reality hits and she finds herself starting from scratch, rebuilding her self-confidence. The lyrics also explore themes of purpose and the sense of being lost when it comes to finding direction in life. But as we know, Bocchi ain't quitting and will roll on, determined to be the person she is meant to be, to shine as usual and be remembered in history. As I have mentioned, there is a first take version and I appreciated the warm-ups Ikumi Hasegawa did at the beginning, showing a bit of humanity that this video challenge series attempts to showcase. Other than that, she nailed her vocal performance with so much energy and power. This song practically entered the catalog shining already, so it deserves nothing less than SD. You know, I'm quite confident that this is one of the first songs many of us heard from Keisuke-ban. First showcased in the now iconic episode 5 performance, it's a song that turned heads and made us notice Bocchi the Rock for the first time. And who wouldn't? The song opens with an intense, no-nonsense rock intro, featuring a straightforward guitar riff, powerful drum beats, and a solid bass group. From start to finish, the song drives forward with a relentless 193 beats per minute tempo, driven by the constant presence of toms in the drums and 16-note bass lines. The guitar parts, packed with punch and grit, create an experience that is both intense and exhilarating. Rated by Zach, this track comes closest to capturing her signature sound and tone, reminiscent of her most iconic works. The sheer power and force of the music is undeniable, as if it's screaming into our hearts, demanding to be noticed. And boy, the lyrics perfectly capture that emotion. This is, by far, the song where you will relate to Bocchi the most. It expresses the frustration of dreaming big and wanting the world to notice us, only to be held by the overwhelming social anxieties we all experience. She wants to speak up, to start a conversation, but her anxiety is too intense to allow it. Instead, she channels her energy into her talent, playing the guitar, in the hope that one day the world will notice her. Through her YouTube channel and the challenges she faces working with the band in real life, she may finally make her mark and have the world hear the cries of a pink creature. There are two new versions of the song. First is from the Zepp Haneda concert, which is very consistent with the original, but there are some variations, notably the bass lines in the bridge section. The other one is Yes, another first take. In this one, Ikumi really let herself all out, especially the chorus before the solo. You really sense all of the emotions she poured out in this performance. It's truly bone-chilling. A classic back then and a classic till this day. Guitar, Loneliness and Blue Planet is still a certified S tier. It's about time that we talk about the We Will album. It's, as of recording this, the latest album from Kessoku-ban, with 4 songs sung each by the voice actresses of the 4 girls in collaboration with 4 different artists. These songs have a unique flavor from the usual Kessoku-ban formula, and in my opinion, make for the coolest songs to date. Beginning with Bocchi's song, Bundle Up Your Dreams, it starts off with a very chill and unique intro. It's another slow installment, but I like the vibes of it from the very first beats right away. But damn, Yopi-chan hit an all-time peak with the vocals. She really brought out the cuteness and lovability of Bocchi to 11. Not to mention the emotional and heartfelt melodies of her singing throughout. On the surface, it may seem like a simple ballad, but it's sprinkled with rock fills and grooves that keep you hooked from beginning to end. No section ever feels boring, despite that straightforward foundation. And don't make me yap about the outro. I love how gosh darn cute it is.
La 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 la.
Yep, Bocchi's husband is definitely proud of this one. And the song gets even better once we talk about the lyrics. While we usually associate dreams with the angel of Shimi Kitazawa, hearing Bocchi talk about them gives us a whole new area to understand her. There are the usual themes of loneliness and growing as a person, but there is a new touch, talking about the fears for the future and how sometimes numbing it is to feel anxious for what may happen. But in the end, it is her dreams that keep her going. It's one of the factors that pushes her to grow and mature. In the song, we are reminded that no matter how tough life gets, we can bundle up our dreams together and move forward. It's a peaceful, calm, and sentimental piece. Definitely the kind that warms your heart, leaving you teary-eyed with a gentle smile. So let's place this one at a safe A tier. Continuing on with ballads, we have, in my view, the undisputed king of a ballad-esque song from Kessoku-ban, Flashbacker. Not only has it stood the test of time, but it has gotten better with the live version from Zepp Haneda. What can I say? The filtered intro of the drums at the very beginning, followed by the staccato chords in the main intro, immediately adds so much weight and emotion in the first 10 seconds of the song. As Ikumi Hasegawa's voice enters, we are greeted with an intimate tone paired with the melody that is both gentle and playful. This song aims to evoke powerful sentimental emotions, and it does so masterfully. The powerful chorus compels you to both cry and sing along. The intense emotional guitar playing, the beautiful backing vocals that enhance the atmosphere, especially during the solo, the long pause before the final chorus, and the prolonged instrumental outro all make you want to recall memories from the past and shed a tear for those moments now turned into memories. It's still the closest thing to a Christian worship song, and as someone of faith, it truly resonates with me. The lyrics are all of Bocchi's fears and worries for the future of Kessoku-ban. She desperately cries out in this ballad for Kessoku-ban to be as it is and never dissolve as many bands starting out would. Beyond that, there are themes of frustrations of creatives, losing motivation, facing blocks, finding the work sometimes meaningless, and losing relevance. But the most significant fear Bocchi expresses is that if Kessoku-ban were to dissolve, those memories and progress she has made as a person might revert, and she might fall back to her past self, isolated and to be a fleeting shadow. So she clings to every moment with the band, whether now or in the future, as she knows deep down they'll become bittersweet memories one day. To add more to the emotional drive of this song is how the live version incorporated an extremely long pause before the last chorus. You can even hear the static of the instruments, adding a layer of authenticity. When I heard the live version for the first time, I experienced intense goosebumps, especially at that section. It truly has stood the test of time, and thus will remain at S tier.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
And yes, it's time to wake up to the intensity and fiery energy of Unite that makes you want to commit war crimes to anyone who thinks this song is spin. Sorry, but damn, this song is peak Nijika. With a BPM of 196, the tempo is so fast that it creates a controlled chaos with every instrument in the mix contributing to the intensity. I don't know what they were thinking, but making the cutest girl from Kesakuban sing an extremely energetic song is the greatest combination of all time. Come on, man. I know I'm glazing at this point, but Nijika really going all out to the limits of her vocal ability is something to praise in and of itself. And beyond the sheer energy of the vocals, you have the rest of the instruments going wild and aggressive. From the drums to the bass to the pick to the strings versus crowd, that's a cue always cheering when she sings. It's not a thin song, it's the thickest Nijika song ever. Also, I forgot to mention because of me parodying Casey I, but I love the sudden calmness of the bridge in between the intensities. And just when you think you've gone through the thick of it, when you understand the lyrics, you not only want to hug Nijika so badly, you're going to swipe your credit card to buy every single Kesakuban merch to support her dreams. Because once again, it's about Nijika's dreams, but not just for her, but for Kesakuban as a whole. Since the title of the song is Unite, it is clear that this is her song as the leader for the band. She ponders on the type of people their songs will gather, the various venues will get to perform at, and the type of emotions their real music will evoke to all kinds of listeners. In this very song, we hear her mention the loss of her mother and how the dream of one person, Seika, gave her life after that painful loss. Nijika in the end wants to lead and unite her colorful band to a shared pursuit to hopefully one day reach her mother on the other side. We love you, Nijika! All of our fellows, kiddos! And your praises to Nijika now! But yeah, you can tell that I am very unbiased to this song. And I'm definitely not religiously listening to this every single day, hoping for it to be my #1 song in next year's Spotify Wrapped. It's the most peak Nijika song of all time. And we know where peaks belong. S tier. Which leaves us to the all-time classic cover of Rock and Roll Morning Light Falls on You from Asian Kung Fu Generation. This is another song that I managed to make a full breakdown of, which you are free to watch after this video. Nothing can beat the gentle and warm intro of the song. The simplistic guitar lines, straightforward drum beats, and supported bass lines welcomes the listener with warmth and gratitude. Then Aoyama Yoshino delivers a calm yet emotional performance for the rest of the song. On the surface, it's a very bare-bones song with a simple chord progression that is beginner-friendly and a melody that is easy to sing along to. But this version greatly varies from the original, with the signature tremolo pickings from the lead to unique elements such as in verse 2. But what makes this song so great that I failed to realize with my previous ranking is how these lyrics are the basis for Bocchi and even the entire story of Bocchi the Rock. The first line is my all-time favorite. If I could, I would go and change the world, which is a sentiment that is very dear to me and strives to achieve one day. But the line after that tells the grim reality that only a lucky few can truly change the world. The rest of the lyrics are of Bocchi's journey of growth and discovering herself. It mentions how a small act of impulse from Nijika changed the course of her life to the point where she had to wave goodbye to who she was and her lifestyle back then. It's pure-hearted and beautiful. It's one of the best written songs from not just Kesakuban, but from J-Rock itself. To add more to how this song has grown on me, I love that the live version had Yopi-chan actually learning this song and performing it on the guitar. She even did the solo. It's truly a classic and not deserving of anything lower than S tier. Oh boy, we sure are using a lot of time with this video. Wait, time. Time! That's the theme of Chronostasis! A song all about time! This song sets the record for the calmest beginning of any Kesakuban song. The effect of the guitar complementing the raw vocals of Ikumi Hasegawa is clean and is in fact an acoustic guitar. A first. It's very raw and authentic, which I think was an intentional decision by the team. It begins very calm and peaceful, wanting the listener to only focus on the vocals and lyrics. But then it builds up gradually with almost rappy lyrics in the pre-chorus and a marshy beat. Then it slams hard with a wonderful melody with delicate gradation of the scale to an all-time high note at the end. The rest of the song is simplistic and heartfelt. I like to say that they made a very calm song extremely fun to play and hear, with beautiful atmospheric backing and effects that leave you having goosebumps in many sections. And the lyrics continue the sentiment. It's about wanting one particular moment in life to not end but last forever. Actually, these lyrics speak to me personally, as there were many events throughout this year that I wish would have lasted longer. The title Chronostasis is legit defined that way, an illusion where you perceive a moment in time to be lasting longer than it actually did. But she wanted some moments to last longer, but she had to accept growth and the passing of time. Sometimes it's hard to let go, but time will eventually take you like a raft in an ocean full of waves. It's a very touching song, and I like to listen to it occasionally. So let's give this an A tier. Alright, let's add some noise with Karakara, which is still one of my favorite songs from Kesokuban. I also made a dedicated video gushing over why I freaking love this song from beat to beat, but to summarize, the intro is still one of the best out there. I love how chaotic and wild the instruments are. Perfectly fitting as the title Karakara is an onomatopoeia that means brain rattle in Japanese. But then it comes down to be greeted by the angelic, glorious voice of Mizuno Saku. She still needs a full level! Words cannot describe the sheer beauty of her voice. It's my second favorite voice from the band. I think you guys know who's number one. Honestly, if I'm based enough, I could make an entire video talking about Mizuno Saku and her voice. Oh, you're a joker, let's collab! Other than the voices in her head that keeps us awake at night, the peak is the bass, with its powerful, groovy bass lines and even some slaps and distortion. Pick! Absolute cinema! And I love the vibe of the song, especially the lyrics where they talk about sleepless nights and ruminating thoughts. If you guys have watched Ryo's character analysis, you already know that behind the mysterious outward persona vibes, she is a deep thinker with many doubts and fears. The theme of Ryo is authenticity, and some of the lyrics talk about the pressures to be someone they are not just to fit in, but in the end, she chooses to be true to themselves. Ever since the original video, I've been recommended to listen to Tricot, the goated math rock band who co-composed this song. And yeah, I've listened to a handful of the songs and I must say, they're really good. Other than that, the live version has some variations from the original with newer guitar parts and modifications to the intensities. But overall, it's still an absolute banger and will never ever leave its place at ST. Still the only song from the band that introduced many to psychedelic rock, the quirky, edgy, rollercoaster wild of I'm the Only Ghost. And yes, it's all about the happy juice. Drink responsibly, especially probably that one viewer who's drinking soju while watching this. That bass intro is still the only dedicated intro we get to hear from the entire show. It's a very groovy and catchy riff with the guitar glitters adding a nice touch. Then the drum beat is unique and sets a very psychedelic feel, cause that is their genre. And then we have the stellar performance from Kikuri's voice actress. It's so raspy and definitely not gentle. It evokes a certain feel as if you're intoxicated. Very fitting. But other than the vocals, the composition is very unique and stands out from the rest of the songs we are used to from the show. The melody of the song is different but actually is fun to sing along to and cover. It really is special and unique that brings the listener to a wild experience. Similar to the experience of getting drunk. The lyrics are in fact Kikuri's escape from her anxieties and dark past through the use of alcohol. She describes how it feels like to consume this substance and the effects it brings to her. How she feels liberated from Bear's negative emotions, being wild and berserk to the point that she's a menace to her bandmate Shima, who always has to clean things up after the mess Kikuri does. This element of her escape through alcohol is something that I am eager to unpack in the long-delayed Kikuri analysis video. To those still waiting, please stay patient as I would like to take my time cooking it perfectly. If you want to be the first to watch it when it finally uploads, please consider drinking away to the subscribe button and jumping upstage to the notification bell. It truly is a song of its own with no similarities. Unless they make more cock songs, please. With that, let's keep its ranking at A tier. And now, I think this is the perfect time to talk about the one and only Seishun Complex. As the #1 song in my Spotify Wrapped, I have probably heard this signature intro as many times as you have breathed in this entire year. This comparison may be factual, but you can never get bored with it. The way the bass slides in, with just the guitar and drums during the intro and first part of the verse, creates so much tension that perfectly sets up the vocals. The melody of the vocals is punchy and direct, with an indie feel, but once the whole band comes in, the track transforms into full-blown hard rock. The bass lines throughout are fun, and the drum sections are playful, giving us a taste of the unique vibe that defines the music. Ikumi Hasegawa's performance hits you hard, especially during the chorus, with raw energy. You can't help but vibe to this. If you want more details on why this song is so impactful, check out my breakdown of it. And when you think this song couldn't get even more heart-pounding, the lyrics are basically a battle cry of us non-normies. It dives deep into Bocchi's introverted nature and does not blend into the crowd. How she finds solace in secluded places away from the facades and harsh realities of the world. From here, we get to see who Bocchi really is, her flaws and insecurities, setting the stage for her journey as an individual. But the choruses exuberate her sheer grit to make herself known, and even calling her bandmates and others to join a revolution of authentic self-expression, urging listeners to shine shine on their own. It's the song that familiarizes the rock of Bocchi, and no other song is ever more fitting as the anime's opening. In the studio live version, there are notable differences, including a change in key and unique backing vocals by Otaha, the song's main composer. Additionally, the outro is distinct from the original, as it concludes with a return to the root chord, rather than following the classic ending. While the live version also ends this way, it stands out as the final song of the concert, and the band knows exactly how to hype up the crowd before the prolonged guitar note signals the start of the rips and the chants of the audience. Last year, I rated it a simple A tier, but as time has passed and I've come to understand the raw emotion of the song, I connected with it more. In my view, it now deserves a higher ranking of best. Here is an interesting fact when scrolling through my 3,000 plus likes in Spotify. Don't ever ask how I got that many. This song, originally from Asian Kung Fu generation, was the very first one I liked from their legendary band. I didn't quite familiarize myself with the title, so I did not get the reference as to why they titled the two compilation movies that way, and why it was the title of the song. So when I first heard Riri, I was immediately struck by the unique guitar effects and the subtle kick drum that gradually built up, bar after bar, with increasing intensity. Then, as the bass and other instruments joined in, I realized something. When the pause after the build-up was suddenly interrupted by that signature intro, I thought, wait a minute, I know this song! That's when I realized Keisuga Band had once again covered a legendary track. And the variation is significant, very significant. Compared to the original, the cover is far more instrumental heavy, with the intro and outro stretching much longer than in the original. The vocals, of course, are performed by Yopi-chan, but they are harmonized by the rest of the band, which creates such a cool effect. The overall atmosphere and feel of the song is a bit sci-fi and transcendent. Once again, they've taken a simple classic and turned it into something fresh and exciting. And I mean by transcendent, because the concept of the song is kind of paradoxical. Riri might be a familiar term if you're not the skibidi-obsessed generation putting their prize in their bag brain rotting in Ohio, as it was used for replying to replies in email. Bocchi is technically communicating with both our future and past selves, replying to an already existing reply. Yeah, it's a bit hard to understand. But the message of this fascinating concept of song is about how time never stops and memories fading. So Bocchi is reminding and pleading to her different selves in particular periods of time to not forget the lessons they have or will learn. She reminds them that people will change and even themselves as time moves forward. She concludes that we must all keep dreaming, form unbreakable bonds, and continue living fully, no matter the challenges. It really was a welcome surprise to have them cover another Asian Kung Fu generation song, though I'm not quite sure if I can be generous enough to give it S tier. So for this year, let's play it safe and place it at A tier. Yes, the calm and peaceful sea. What better way to express the serenity of the waves than to create a song so serene and peaceful as the Little Sea. It's probably as calm or even more peaceful than Chronostasis, with the first third of the song subtle and not that aggressive. The ASMR-like vocals of Ikumi Hasegawa still bring a calming effect to the listener. The marchy drum beat and intentional groovy bass playing adds a groovy touch to what may seem as a ballad. And I still love the playful childlike innocent melody of the first lines of the chorus. The solo and bridge sections of the song add a funky touch to this very clean ballad. Overall, there's nothing to be excited or complained about. It's as still as those ocean waves. The lyrics highlight a relatable struggle we've all faced. Mundane, repetitive days and the frustration of the perception that days seem wasted doing absolutely nothing. Then I love this aspect that Bocchi shares. She craves stimulation and wants to give up on giving up on life, showing us all once again how low-key OP of a protagonist she really is. It also does not shy away from the gut-wrenching, painful struggles she faces, her isolation from her peers, and how she is forced to reside in her own little bubble. She wants to be the hero of her story, but she knows that currently she's likely an NPC stuck in her little sea. It is dark, it is as real as the waves crash into the sand, but she ends with a glimmer of hope that maybe, just maybe, her life will turn out better in the end. In the live version, they start off with the marchy drum beat hyping up the audience before the original intro kicks in. We also get to hear the backing vocals more clearly, and they provide wonderful harmonization to the main vocals. There's also a wonderful touch of distorted bass, and the outro lasts longer, adding more feel to the song. I think this is still a very underrated song and needs more attention. But for my personal taste, it remains where it was last year, even if I've grown to respect this song. So it remains in B tier alongside the next song. Whoa, calm down chat, but I feel that this is probably the weakest We Will song. I found some elements interesting, such as the unique guitar opening paired with the peaceful raw quality of Kita's voice. I also think the chorus section is decent with some impressive high notes in the melody. The signature verse 2 of Keisuga Band's songs features some great drums and bass parts. There's also a really cool vocal effect that smoothly transitions into the instrument and solo section. Additionally, the chord pauses in the bridge, accompanied by a fantastic guitar part, stood out. While these elements were intriguing, it still didn't quite resonate with me. The lyrics, by the way, are another installment of Kita's Kita admiring Bocchi. Think of it as if I could be a constellation, but this time the Milky Way and satellites. They mainly talk about how Bocchi helped make Kita realize her dream and she became Kita's guiding star, turning her what-ifs into reality. But despite what seems to be a close bond between the opposite sides of the coin, Kita expresses that Bocchi will always feel distant, probably because of how Bocchi has so much untapped potential in talent and changing lives. It's Kita's feelings and sentiments to the satellite who is guiding her life, Bocchi. When compared to the other three We Will songs, this one does not match and doesn't really fit into my taste. So yeah, one of the newer songs, Milky Way, is in B tier. You know what? Let's end the We Will saga with the most insane song from Kesugapan, Planet. And how is it insane? Well, as the bass starts the song with powerful twangs of those heavy bass strings with a very deep and angsty intro riff, you can tell that this song will not play nice. Like, oh my god, the bass throughout the entire song is stealing the spotlight and showing us all who's boss. And is that a viola or violin I hear? What? That's crazy! It truly is. I don't know when they started kidnapping Hoyoverse to play for them, but I do hope we get to hear more orchestras in future Kesugaban bangers. Aside from the bass and the orchestra, the song exudes an intense vibe, blending cool, confident energy with an emotional yearning for hope and change. There are so many subtle details to explore that I can't possibly cover them all in this video. But what I can say is this: it's emotional, intense, mysterious, energetic. And finally, we have a song that represents Team Nijiryo, as it speaks to Ryo's feelings of being lost, much like a blue butterfly, calm and composed on the outside but restless in her search for direction. This song was likely written during a time when Ryo left her previous band and even considered quitting music entirely. However, a single star enters her world, Nijika, symbolizing unwavering optimism. Nijika becomes Ryo's guide and anchor, helping her rediscover her love for music and friendship. The rest of the song expresses Ryo's gratitude for what Nijika has done for her and her determination to support Nijika in pursuing her dreams by sharing a common goal. It's a beautiful song about how a single act of kindness can help Ryo and all of us find their way again, even in the darkest of times. Ryo has peaked in composing music on this one, and this cheeky broke bassist made sure she would be the one singing. A quick sidestep: while making the script for this video, I stumbled upon this English cover for Planet, and man, it's such a good cover by another lesser-known content creator. I think you guys should check out her stuff, and I do hope she covers more songs from Kesugaban. But back to the song. Yup, it's an instant SD. Being totally not a case of deja vu, we are at the penultimate song, Blue Spring and Western Sky. And its special intro of incorporating the triangle, an homage to Nijika Sahoge, still stands the test of time. The call and response of the two guitars with the bass entering into the mix later on is still cute and charming. Then we are hit with a straightforward travel vibes feel. While it is not official, it definitely is the de facto travel song from the band thanks to its intentional chord choices and melodies of the vocals. I still love the and the triangle can still be heard outside of the intro and outros. The guitar solo is slow and calm, but its note choices and effects make for a heartwarming intro. All in all, from the very beginning till the end, is a type of song that you wake up or travel with. I can see travel blogs and time lapses using this song because of its vibes. Other than Hitoribocchi Tokyo. Of course, the lyrics fit the overall narrative that this is a travel song. There are mentions of the seasons changing, cherry blossoms blooming, let's go, and even a freaking plane flying into the western sky. This symbolizes Bocchi stepping into the unknown, outside of her safe space, outside of the comfort zone. This might represent a new phase in her life, so different and full of excitement and fears. I really enjoyed this rant about how much real-life experiences differ from online portrayals. As the song progresses, Bocchi highlights bits of her personal journey, but ultimately finds the outside world both fulfilling and deceptive, longing to return home. While it shares some similarities with Hitoribocchi Tokyo, this piece focuses more on her journey and cherishing youth rather than the outcome of already being alone in Tokyo. In the live version, not much has changed, so we'll leave it as it is. Literally, it will remain in A tier. Oh my god! We did it! We're officially at the last song on this behemoth of a video. I'm so going to die editing this. But we are ending with a song that is dear to me because of how damn relatable the lyrics are. But before that, this song has the minor key vibes and weirdly sounds familiar. I still don't know how, but it's as if I've heard a similar song to this. Let me know in the comments if you know a similar song to the feel of Doppelganger. Wait, what if this song is a doppelganger of an existing one? Nah, that's just a theory. A Kesugaban theory! What I especially love is the fast lyrics. Sorry, but I am a sucker for lyrics that are on the edge between rap and usual rock speeds. Aside from that, I absolutely love the vocals. The combination of fast-paced verses and powerful crescendos creates a rollercoaster experience for the listener. The vocal effects are fantastic, and both the bass and guitar truly shine throughout the song. The composition is notably different from the usual Keisugaban style, giving up a distinct emo vibe, likely due to the use of the minor key. This brings me to the lyrics, which resonate with me the most because they reflect a struggle I continue to face: low self-esteem. The song struck a deep chord with me, especially when Bocchi expresses a desire to clone herself, creating a version that is more quote-unquote confident. I could relate to that sentiment because at times I wish I could have had another version of myself, one who is more charismatic, socializes more easily, has more friends, and is simply more accepting of who they are. I really connected with Bocchi's struggle to love and accept herself because no matter the many praises I've received from others, there's always a lingering thought that I'm insignificant, even subhuman. Sorry if this sounds sad or depressing, but I genuinely love every single line of the song, as if it were made for me. And also cloning myself would lead to more uploads, so win-win. Jokes aside, it's an unexpectedly relatable banger of a song. However, despite its sheer relatability, I do find the composition lacking or uncomfortable, which is kind of fitting to the lyrics of the song. Maybe next year this song will grow on me more, but yeah, weirdly, I'm placing this as A tier despite how I love the lyrics of this one. And there you have it, folks, the end of probably the longest lyric video for now. If you managed to survive these insane amounts of yapping over songs, all I could say is you're a legend. I want to give a big shout out to Moshi Hoshi for allowing me to use their covers of Keisugaban songs in this video. Recently, I heard that this Malaysian band may have disbanded, which saddens me as I was one of the lucky few who discovered their covers back then. So if you're watching this, Shiro and the rest of the band, I wish you all the best in your dreams and future endeavors. Lastly, hello again after 3 months. I'll make a separate video talking about my plans and goals for the New Year's in regards to content, but I'm praying really hard that this long absence of uploads will not happen again. Thank you all for watching. Happy holidays, and may we all have a successful new year. Okay, off I go. Bye!